And the count continues. It's 63 days since the Epe school kids were abducted, and efforts are still ongoing to secure the release of the 6 boys. A social commentator, Ogunjobi Ayodeji, is here with me in the studio to talk about this developing story. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What should have been done that hasn't been done, or said that hasn't even been said, yet the boys are not back? Who do we blame? Is it the government or the police?
I think now government and police, they're still the same thing. We will definitely go with the government first because that should be the priority. Security of the lives of people should be paramount and #1 to them. So that's, I wouldn't say blame per se. The governors come out to say they've tried a few things, they've done a few things and see where we're going to go. But we've seen nothing yet from everything. So what we can now do is watch back, wait. But the main problem, which I feel, lies in the public. The public isn't saying anything or doing anything about it. We're quite quiet about it.
Well, the public is saying something might not be loud enough.
Not as much as
when
it should be.
Right.
Exactly, exactly. If we get on the back of the government, I'm sure they will speed up whatever they're doing.
So you think pressure is needed at this time to
definitely.
Let the
Definitely.
to push the government and the police to.
It's over 60 days now, so definitely.
But Governor Akinwumi Ambode and even the Commissioner of Police have said countless times that they are putting more effort, they are doing everything possible. Even the acting president, Yemi Osinbajo, has assured Nigerians and even the parents that very soon the boys would be back, and yet nothing seems to be happening because this is a sensitive issue.
Very.
Do you expect the police and government, as many people are saying, to come out and say that this is what we are doing at this time to get the boys back?
That can go two ways. One, they should update us. At the same time, they need to be careful with the information they pass out to us. Because we don't know how it's going to go, because the boys are still with them over there. We don't know how it's going to go. So we still need that update, whatever the case is. We still need that reassurance, so to say, from the government to say, this is how it's going. This is what we're doing. This is what we've done so far. Please bear with us and let's see how it goes.
And would you say that the government should do anything possible, even if it's to pay the kidnappers? Because so far parents have paid and the boys are yet to be released.
I will say whatever they need to do, whatever they need to do in their own corner, in their own way, big or small, they should get it done. Even if they end up paying, there's a way they'll go about it. Because one, we shouldn't support kidnaps and ransoms. We shouldn't support that. But at the same time, these 6 people matter. These 6 kids do matter. These 6 boys matter to us. So something definitely needs to be done. Definitely.
But
whatever the ransom is, whatever they need to do, they should go the extra mile.
To get the boys back?
Yes.
And well, the kidnappers collected about, according to reports now, about 31 million naira, like I said earlier, from the parents, and they promised to release them. And later on, the last we heard was that they wanted another 1.5 million naira for transportation. And one would expect that would be easy just to get the boys back. But it was an instrumental demand for money. So there are fears, even at this time, that no matter the amount paid, the kidnappers might.
And that's where the security agencies come into play. That's where they play their own part. They should actually know where, from reports we've read, they said they know where the boys are and they're not going to do anything. Yeah, they're safe, but they don't want to take extra steps to getting them out at the moment, but for their own safety. But at this time, they should be able to, if they know where they are, then they should know, okay, if we do pay this, we should be able to get this in return. Well,
according to reports a while back, the kidnappers threatened to use the boys as human shields if the police attempted at that time to invade their creek. So that could be why, according to some people now, that the police seems to be inactive in a way, because like they have said many times, and the commissioner has said, that they don't want to risk the lives of the boys. So the burden now is, how soon do the boys get back safely? Should they be released or rescued?
I would say rescued.
Rescued?
Rescued, definitely. We don't care what the kidnappers want to do now. That's for them to release. But the rescue part is for the government to do. That's our own part. We need them rescued. We need them back with us. We need them back in the community. They need their sanity back. So the rescue is important to us right now.
All right, and this is not the first time that school was attacked. This is the second time, the
Yes,
same
second
school.
time, yeah.
And of course, there is a notice to another school, another Lagos State Model College in Badagry. And of course, some attacks, kidnaps of principals at a time,
Yeah.
1 or 2 students.
Two
So
students.
it seems, and then the Chibok schoolgirls again, kidnapped by Boko Haram. Does it seem to you really that it is an attack against education and then the future of the country?
I would say it's an attack on the weakest sector. That's where the kids are. That's where the youths are. There's little security being mounted around those areas. There's little emphasis being put, or little precautions being put in place for that. Just from the simplest things like the kids crossing the road, it's not safe. But if you go to other countries, they've got all this to the tiniest detail. They've got their security measures in place, especially with public schools. Private schools, private secondary schools, private unis, I would say are a bit more secure, or they've got more security in place than what we got in the public sector. So definitely they're attacking the weakest link to get what they want.
All right, would you say in any way that it's because the children of the rich, the children of public office holders do not go to these schools, and that is why there is this huge
Well, that's why I said the public sector.
All right, so what should be done at this time, especially for safe communities, safe schools, because there have been many demands now on what to be done, what to be put in place. But after the first kidnapping, October last year, that same school, there were measures that were to be put in place, and then it happened this time around. Journalists went there and discovered that nothing of the measures set were put in place.
That's what we actually lack in the country is the follow-up ability. We can start something, we can talk about it. What about the implementation? What about people that need to see that these things are being implemented? I think that's what we need to do in regards to that.
All right, thank you very much for your analysis at this time. And of course, the demand is still for the boys to be back home safely to their parents as soon as possible. Ogunjobi Ayodeji, you're a social commentator. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you.